All right, good evening, everybody. This is Princella Lee, and I am the founder of the Black Women's Wellness Collective. And this is our second Wellness Wednesday session. And I am excited to be here with you all today. Thank you all so much for joining us. We are live here from Mexico, Playa del Carmen, Mexico, and I am just thrilled to be able to share with you how you can elevate, how we can elevate our wellness this holiday season. And I'm going to be sharing with you our self pathway, ways and strategies for us to really be able to prioritize ourselves during the holiday season, but not just during the holiday season, all year round. Now, tell me, can anybody relate to working really hard every day, often being at the bottom of their own list every day, and balancing many balls and just many different projects and things, family members, different number of priorities? Yes? Yes. I see people chiming into the chat. Me too. And that's part of why we came up with this idea for Wellness Wednesdays. But beyond that, why I had the vision to create the Black Women's Wellness Collective. So you'll learn more about that in a moment. Let's move on to the next slide. Yes. So again, welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I hope that you all are ready to explore some, not just some tips, but some actionable strategies to really boost your physical, emotional, and financial, and not just financial, but social. About this season, but it's about year round for us to really be able to make ourselves a priority so we can do all the amazing things that we're often called upon to do. So, this is what we're going to share with you all. Our self-care pathway starts with serenity through self-care. The second one, the E, is enrichment through nutrition. Liberation through travel is number 3. Fulfillment through financial empowerment is number 4. And then we'll be doing a recap. And again, we're just excited that you all are here. And for all of you that watch this on the replay on Facebook or on YouTube, we are definitely excited that you will be joining us as well. So, our mission is your wellness. So, a little bit about me. I am a former case worker, definitely burned out all the time. And I realized over the journey that it was critical for me to make sure that I created a strategy to be able to take care of my self care along the journey before I got to the point where I was burned out. I'm also a nonprofit leader. I'm a social worker and a serial entrepreneur. I love to travel. Like I told you, I'm in Mexico right now. One of the strategies that I use to kind of move my body and to also focus on my self-care is yoga. I am a yogi. Love to cook plant-based food, and also really dedicated to helping Black women leaders, but also entrepreneurs prioritize their self-care. So let's take a moment as we get started here to do some reflection. So take a moment and ask yourself, what does elevating your wellness mean to you this holiday season? What does that look like for you? Just take a moment to kind of think about it. What are some of the things that come to mind? Is it slowing down a little bit and not having to be on anybody's schedule? Is it not having to cook all this food over the holiday season? Like, what does it look like for you? Okay, I see a couple of responses coming in through the chat. Somebody says, yes, definitely not having to run around town delivering everybody everywhere. Absolutely. Somebody else said, yes, delegating, not doing all of the cooking, but actually just doing a part of that. Absolutely. Somebody else said, just not having to do nothing. I heard that. Yes, not having to do anything. So, yes, continue to brainstorm on what elevating your wellness this holiday season means to you, because it definitely means something different to each of us. So Take a moment to type one word in the chat that captures how you want to feel at the end of this session. Is it inspired? Is it empowered? Is it just relaxed? Like, what does that word mean for you? What is that word, how you want to feel? Okay, I definitely hear somebody said inspired. Okay, reflecting. Okay. All right, I see some rested. See a whole lot of rested. Okay. All right, fantastic. Good, good, good. Keep that coming. We're going to deliver today. All right. So the first strategy. This is the S in our self-care pathway. Serenity through self-care. So rest and relaxation, you all, is a priority. And often us Black women and just women in general, but definitely Black women, often are overworked and we are in a constant situation where we are exhausted. And so rest is definitely something that is important. And sometimes rest looks different. Sometimes rest is just sitting down and not doing anything. Sometimes rest includes just going to sleep, taking a nap, but it is necessary for us to really be able to recharge, rejuvenate ourselves, and actually be able to stay healthy and well, not just during the holiday season, but all of the time. So I challenge you all to really be able to rest and make it a priority. Create daily rituals that restore you. Now, we just talked about rest. So, one of those rituals for you might be taking a 30-minute nap every day. You know, we don't have to do anything to deserve rest. So, that might be one of your rituals. Another ritual. Anybody have any rituals that they want to share? Okay, so somebody says that they got me time at least once a week where nobody is able to disturb them. I heard that. Absolutely. Absolutely. But what is something that we can do on a daily basis as well? That is a ritual that we can incorporate in that restores you? Is it journaling? Is it listening to music? Is it, just making sure that you're focusing on your self-care routine in terms of how you're taking care of your body, how you're taking care of your skin? Just want to challenge you to kind of think about what are some things that you can do on a daily basis that help you feel more restored and more rejuvenated. Okay, so let's keep it going as well. So, what about showing up as your best self? How can you show up as your best self? I encourage you to reflect on that. How can you show up as your best self in all of your interactions this holiday season? What does that look like for you? Do some reflection on it. This is definitely going to be reflection, but also action webinar. So definitely think about how you can show up as your best self this holiday season. And some of it may involve, I need to be rested. I need to be able to make sure that I have the nutrition that I need. I need to make sure that I am able to delegate things so that I'm not just always running to be able to show up as my best self. So definitely reflect on it. I know one of mine is I gotta eat. Sometimes I'm running around all day and my lunch is my dinner because I'm running constantly, throughout the day. Not a great thing. So one of the things that I've learned is that I need to stop and eat. I need to make sure that I'm able to show up that's one of the things that helped me show up as my best self. So I got ahead of myself, but reflection time. What small daily ritual can you commit for the rest of the week, this week, that supports your tranquility? This week, not next week, this week. So you can share it in the chat if you like, or you can just, write it down, put it in your phone. What is one thing that you can make sure that you do as a daily ritual starting this week that will support your tranquility? Okay. I see somebody said journaling every morning. Okay, absolutely. Great job. I see somebody else said getting at least 8 hours. Keep them coming in. Yes, definitely. Meditation in the morning. Fantastic. Love it, love it, love it. So, also, how does prioritizing rest help you show up as your best self during the holiday season? I want you to really reflect on that. Definitely reflect on that because this holiday season, man, it's going to be people that's going to be around us, right? That we may not see on a regular basis, may kind of push our buttons a little bit. So we want to make sure that we're showing up as our best self and prioritizing ourselves in the midst of this kind of busy time. And depending on what the holidays kind of mean to you and your family, it could be a stressful time and it could also be a sad time, so it's all of these emotions sometimes going on during this holiday season. So definitely encourage you to prioritize yourself and identify some daily rituals that can support you during this time and beyond. All right, so here is an activity. It's activity time. Let's pause for 60 seconds for guided breathing. So I encourage you all to just close your eyes if that's available to you right now. And let's just breathe in for 4 counts and then out. Now, this time, I want you to breathe in for 4 counts and hold it for four, and then exhale for four through the mouth. So let's do it together. And then blow it out. Let's do it again and let's kind of pay attention to kind of how we feel. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it, blow it out. Now, as you do this and start prioritizing, kind of taking some breathing exercises on purpose, sometimes you'll notice a shift in our body and you'll notice more clarity. Sometimes you'll just be more relaxed. But just giving ourselves 60 seconds, sometimes it doesn't even take 60, allows us to be able to kind of come back to ourselves and really be able to focus on what we need to do with clear thought in mind. All right. Number 2, enrichment through nutrition, you all. So in this society, it seems like I majored in nutrition. And one of the reasons why I majored in nutrition was because it was just so crazy trying to really understand the whole concept of nutrition. What should you eat? What should you not eat? All of that stuff. And I also was in a part in my life where I was really looking to be plant-based, and it was just challenging in society to have anything to eat except for like salad and mashed potatoes, it seems, and green beans to be able to have something healthy to eat if you weren't eating a steak or a burger or whatever. But regardless of what type of diet you decide to, have for yourself, nourishing your body with intention is important. So whatever you choose to eat, really being able to be focused on how does my body feel after I'm eating this or as I'm eating this, and how am I really being intentional about what I'm putting into my body. So I challenge you all to choose foods that fuel energy and well-being. So if you are a steak eater, a meat eater, no stress, no shade, no judgment. But I encourage you to add some fresh fruit and vegetable to that. Add some fresh things that aren't cooked. So raw salads, maybe some raw broccoli or whatever it might be, but add food, fresh food that will continue to give you the energy that you need to be able to do the things that you're called to do. And as you're eating, are you like eating like with one bite? Or are you just taking a moment just to be mindful, taking a moment to like savor every single bite? Yes, that's what I encourage you to do. Mindful eating for a mindful life. We really want to be intentional about everything that we do so that we can really process and find out, what can I learn from this? How am I feeling about this? Like, all of those ideas and thoughts that may come to mind, allowing us to really be able to just slow down. So let's reflect. What is one nourishing food or meal that you can incorporate again this week that supports your health and your enjoyment? Just one. Okay, so I see some coming in. Okay, I see pasta coming in. All right, fantastic. Okay, that supports your overall well-being. Pasta with veggies. Okay, I love it. Absolutely, absolutely. Fantastic. How can you bring more intention into your meals as well? So we already talked about this, kind of savoring the flavors. Maybe if it's putting your fork down after every bite so you can really like chew, because a lot of times we don't even chew as much as it requires for us to make sure our food is digested properly. So maybe it's for you is putting your fork down in between every single bite. Maybe not, but think about one intention, one thing that you can do to be more intentional as you are consuming your food this week. So now close your eyes, just take a moment to close your eyes and picture for you what is a balanced, colorful plate of food that makes you feel nourished. Now, as I told you all, I went to college. I got my bachelor's degree in nutrition. And one of the things that they spoke about throughout the whole program was having the most colorful plate. So, absolutely. What does that colorful plate look like for you that makes you feel nourished? Absolutely. So, I see somebody said having every color of the rainbow in that meal. Absolutely. So visualize, what are the colors? What are the smells? What are the aromas? What are the textures that you are encountering in that meal? Yes, think about that. And then after you open your eyes, okay, so what's one quality that you noticed? Was it everything was fresh? Everything was comforting? It was like comfort food? Like what was it, that kind of came to mind? Drop it in the chat. Okay, so somebody says that their all of their food it was hot. Okay. Yep, somebody else said it was fresh. Fantastic. Those are the type of things that we want to encourage you all to continue to reflect on as you're coming up with your most balanced, colorful plate that's going to make you feel nourished. And often, you all, because we are running, and I know I'm one of them, I'm getting better though. We are often running, and so we're not necessarily being intentional about even bringing our own food. So we're often eating the fast food. It's not very colorful, is it? It's not very colorful, and it's, of course, not very healthy for us. And all of us, sometimes we need to have the fast food once in a while. But if we're looking and there's been several days passing and we've only been seeing the same couple of colors, we know it's time to readjust, right? Yes or yes? Absolutely. All right, number three, liberation through travel. Yes, this is one of my absolute favorite ways to be able to kind of decompress and just relax. And it allows us to explore new places and new perspectives. As I mentioned to you all, I am here in Mexico, and it's one of my favorite places. This was one of the last places that I traveled to with my dad before he passed away. And it is one of the places that I love to explore. I love, meeting new people, people from this culture, but also people who traveled like I traveled to be able to get here. And just meeting people from all across the world is just really exciting. And really going places that I've never been before, going places that, I've been but didn't get to go there. all of that good fun stuff, just having new experiences and renewing your spirit through adventures. Like I had an adventure today where I experienced a local cultural experience, and it was just incredible. I'm still processing that, but just renewing our spirit through just different things that we haven't experienced before, getting out of the everyday. And I love and I encourage people to make travel a form of self care. I know for me right now, the emails are still ringing, phone is still ringing. Some of that I have to hit mute on because I am on vacation. And so some of those priorities have got to wait. And it's easier for me to prioritize being away in another country than it is sometimes being at home in the same situation and trying to kind of manage all of those. It makes it a little bit easier to be like, you know what? I don't want an international call right now. So whatever it takes for you, but this is definitely one of the ones that, I absolutely, adore. So let's take a moment to reflect. So, what type of travel experience, and it may be someplace in your city that you've never been. So, it doesn't have to be like me leaving the country and all of that, it doesn't have to be far. But what type of travel experience could help you feel more renewed and more liberated? I know years ago, I live in the city of Chicago normally when I'm not traveling, and I just allow myself to be a tourist and just went to some of the tourist places that I had never been in my own city. So I was like a tourist in my own city on purpose, just really experiencing different things. And so that may be something that you decide to do. Or you may decide, hey, it's time for me to go to another city to visit family and do some things that I haven't done, or just go someplace where you don't know anyone. So, or go with friends. There's so many options here, right? So, when was the last time you traveled? And how did it expand your perspective? Ah, that's a big question, huh? Somebody got the thinking emoji in the chat. I heard that. Yes. So somebody said the last time they traveled was 2020. Okay, 2020. Okay. Where'd you go? Stephanie, where'd you go in 2020? Okay, you went to Dallas. Okay, fantastic. Okay. Awesome. Somebody else said that they last traveled in 2017 and they went to Arizona. All right. Michelle said the last time she traveled was okay, last month. All right. Do your thing. Where were you last month? Okay. She said she was in Mexico too. All right. Fantastic. Did it expand your perspective? Yeah. See, the yes is coming in. Absolutely. Absolutely. Me too. All right. So, activity time. Type in the chat one destination that's on your travel wish list. Yes. Okay. All right. I see Dubai on the list. Okay. I see Iceland on the list. Okay. I see Phoenix on the list. All right. Fantastic. Okay. I see the Maldives. Okay. On the list. All right. Fantastic. All right. They're continuing to come in. Awesome. 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 Think about what excites you about going to travel in those different places? Is it the culture? Is it the language? Is it the scenery? Is it just the opportunity to relax? Like, what does that look like for you? I definitely encourage you to continue reflecting and thinking about it because it definitely helps us inspire us to really take action on it so that it's not just someday, but it's like, hey, what steps do I need to take today to actually make this happen? Because we definitely want to help you make it happen. We deserve to be able to see this world before we leave this world, right? Absolutely. All right, number 4 in our self pathway is fulfillment through financial empowerment. Yes, right? We are close to the end of the year, and often in the beginning of the year, we have all of these resolutions and all of these things to make more money and to travel and to do all of these incredible things. Plans and take action on what we need to do, right? So here are some ideas. So build financial foundations for your dreams. What are your goals? What are those dreams? What are they? so that you can really figure out what is the financial support or the resources that you need to be able to bring those things about. And of course, we want to be able to create financial freedom and stability so that we can do what? Yes, live life on our own terms. Some people, they absolutely love having a job, whereas other people say, you know what? No, I want to own my life. I don't want to have to work a 9 to 5 job. I want to be able to make get my financial freedom through other means so that I can make sure that I'm able to do the things that I want to do in terms of my time. So these are strategies, and we want to make sure we're only going on the surface here. We'll definitely be doing more in-depth workshops on each of these, but we wanted to give an overview of the pathway in this webinar. So, reflection time again. So, what's one small financial step that you can take this month to move forward to having greater stability? So, is that, hiding one of the credit cards? Is that paying off, making a plan to be able to overpay over the minimum so that you can pay off those credit cards and you can put that interest that you've been paying to the credit card company into your savings account? I don't know. Is it setting a spending limit? What are the steps for you that you need to do? Okay, so I see somebody else said cutting up the credit card. Okay, absolutely cutting up the credit card. All right, fantastic. I heard somebody else said minimizing eating out because that is taking a lot of Stephanie's income because she's spending how much? You said $20 a meal? Yes, 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 yes. And this connects to Stephanie, what we talked about in terms of the nutrition piece. If we're taking time to prioritize our meals, we can prep that stuff in advance, save us some money, and make us a little bit healthier, right? Exactly. Yes. Okay. So, how does it feel, being financially empowered? Like, how will it make you feel in your life, having more control, and how will it make you feel? I want you all to kind of take a moment to reflect on that, because often we're just used to, unfortunately, always robbing Peter to pay Paul, some of us. And so the idea is, how do we change that, and how do we change it permanently? And if we keep on doing what we're doing, we're going to keep on getting what we're getting, right? So it's time for us to make a change. And here at the end of the year, starting a new year, it's an opportunity for us to hit reset, right? Yes or yes? Absolutely, Stephanie. Yes. So here, activity time. Take 30 seconds to write down one immediate action to support your financial well-being. Is it canceling some of those unused subscriptions? Is it saving a certain amount every week? You might start with $5 a week. You might start with $10 a week, whatever it might be. Or is it researching a way to be able to bring more income into your household? Just take 30 seconds to write down one immediate action that you can take right now to support your financial well-being. All right. I see some people starting to share in the chat. So Asia said that she is going to start saving $40 a week. All right, fantastic. High five, Asia. High five. Fantastic. Okay. I see Stephanie has said that she's going to minimize eating out. All right, fantastic. Great job. So awesome. Awesome step forward. All right, keep them coming, y'all. Keep it coming. That is absolutely fantastic, you all. One thing. And then as we get successful in that one thing, then we can start layering it up. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Michelle says research and income opportunities. Absolutely. There's only so much cutting we can do when it gets to a place where we just got to add more in so that we have more to be able to work with. Fantastic. All right. And then let's do a quick recap. So, in our S.E.L.F pathway, S is serenity through self-care. It's important for us to make sure that we are prioritizing ourselves on our own list. it is important. We can't show up for all of the people that we need to show up for if we are not prioritizing our own self-care. And self-care is not selfish. Self-care is critical for us to be able to do the amazing things that we do, and so it's important for us to not feel guilty about taking care of ourselves so that we can better take care of others and all the responsibilities and all of the impact that we are called here to be able to have. We got to make sure that we remember that we can't pour from an empty cup. All right. E, enrichment through nutrition. You all, some of us, we put better fuel in our cars than we do in ourselves. Yes or yes. Absolutely. So if we are going to put high octane premium gas in our car so that it runs better, what are we doing for our own self in terms of what we're putting into our body? So it is absolutely important for us to be able to have clarity of thought, be able to have the energy that to do all the things that we do. We've got to make sure that we're getting the nutrition that we need. Liberation through travel, you all already know this is one of my favorites. Absolutely is allowing ourselves to be able to explore our city, explore our country, explore the world, and really allowing ourselves to just learn and grow in a different way by experiencing. So, absolutely. And then fulfillment through financial empowerment, you all. Unfortunately, in the United States, we are not, there's no financial literacy class in high school or, that sort of thing. So, a lot of us, me included, learned a lot of the things that we know about finances by messing up, by making mistakes. And so, we definitely want to make sure that we are learning the things that we need to learn so that we can make the adjustments and make the changes that we want to make so that we can have the financial freedom that we envision, right? So we're definitely going to be spending more time in 2025 on this and getting some more experts to come in and share with us how we can absolutely do this thing on a whole nother level. So, reflection time. What aspect, give us some feedback. What aspect of the self pathway resonates most with you right now? And it may change, but which one resonates with you right now and why? Okay, I see Sasha said that the nutrition, the empower enrichment through nutrition is definitely something that resonates with her right now. Definitely, definitely. She said the holiday season, everybody is putting everything out on the table, and it's just like that time where folks are eating everything, and it's more challenging for her. Absolutely. I can relate. So, and I'm sure a lot of people, yeah, here see the testimonies of people raising their hand, they can relate in the chat. So, yes, it definitely is more challenging for us during this time with all the cookies and the cakes and, all of the everything. So, definitely, I hear that. Okay. Somebody else said the F for financial empowerment. Definitely, definitely. Stephanie says she does not want to continue in 2025 always not having what she needs financially. Absolutely. Absolutely, Stephanie. We definitely are here for you, and definitely want to provide support because our mission with the Black Women's Wellness Collective is to support and guide Black women to be able to thrive in every aspect, of their lives. And definitely financially is one of those as well. So fantastic. So, which pillar will you focus on first? Which pillar will you focus on first? And I definitely encourage you to write these down. You can definitely put them in the chat as well. I see some people coming through for S for serenity through the self-care. Absolutely. Okay, I see financial freedom coming in there, financial empowerment. Absolutely. Okay, so I see all of them. I see all of them coming in. Okay, the enrichment through nutrition as well. Absolutely. Each pillar is, how do I say? We are going to prioritize whichever one resonates with us first. We can't do everything all at once. So I encourage you to focus on one, get some type of movement on that one, and then move on to another one. Or you may decide I'm going to spend a certain amount of months or a certain amount of weeks or whatever on one. And that's okay. You decide what is going to help you move forward and the goals that you have. And we absolutely have your back. So, as we prepare to close up our Wellness Wednesday today, want to remind you that your journey to wellness starts right here. So, I encourage you to take action. Don't wait. Don't wait to take action. So, if you are not yet a part of the Black Women's Wellness Collective contact list, definitely sign up for our contact list today. It'll be on a slide that's coming up soon. Feel free to take a screenshot of it as well. Let me see. Also, ask us about our Viago. Viago is the ultimate lifestyle membership. So ask us about it. We'd love to share it with you, a way for us to be able to save money, travel more, and just thrive more in just all aspects of our lives in 2025. And we absolutely would love to show you how to do that. Hop on a personal Zoom or webinar with us by the 20th. So by the 20th to get a special offer, y'all, the special offer includes a getaway in 2025. So I don't know if you heard that, but I want to make sure 2025, who does not want a getaway, right? Absolutely. Everybody's hands went up. No, I want to get away. Okay. Yeah, absolutely, Stephanie. Absolutely. So, yes, contact us as soon as possible. Hit us up immediately after this so that we can get on a Zoom or on a webinar to be able to show you how. As we prepare to end, let's end with some reflection. What's one specific wellness goal that you hope to achieve in the new year, and how this pathway and community can help you get there? So I know that's a bit of a mouthful, but what's one wellness goal? Okay, so I see one wellness goal. Stephanie says she wants to lose some weight. All right, fantastic. All right, I see Sasha says that she wants to earn more money in 2025. All right, fantastic. All right, keep them coming in, you all. Keep them coming in. And even after this webinar, feel free to share it with us on our social media. Feel free to shoot us an email. We definitely want to know what your goals are because we want to be able to help you accomplish them. And this community wants to help you accomplish it as well. We cannot accomplish our goals alone. We need community to really be able to do it and do it faster in community. So, again, activity time. Take a moment right now to mark your calendars or visit the link below. What can you put in your calendar right now that's going to help you take a step on one of these goals that you've accomplished or the goals that you want to accomplish? Whether it's putting a reminder in your phone right now, you all, we want to really be able to encourage you all to take action now because we'll get off this webinar and we'll get back into the regular run of the road type of activities and we'll forget these things, right? But if we take a moment to put it in our calendar, hey, I'm putting in my calendar that I am going to go shopping so that I can get all of the food that I need for the week that I can prep instead of eating out. Hey, I'm setting in a goal in my calendar to cancel my subscription to all of these subscriptions that I'm not using anymore, whatever it might be. But your future self will thank you for it. So let's absolutely stay connected and let's continue to take action together. So our better life is right here, but it requires us to take immediate action. So before you go, share one key takeaway or insight from today's Wellness Wednesday in the chat. And if you don't want to share right now in the chat, no stress, share it on our social media channels. Again, send us an email, whatever it is. But we absolutely would love your feedback on our Wellness Wednesday sessions. We're still learning and growing, still trying to figure out how to stream live on Facebook and all these other platforms, but definitely wanted to make sure that we didn't let that stop us from taking action, right? So we don't have to be perfect to take action, but we do have to take action as we're moving forward to greatness, right? So keep it as a reminder of your commitments to making some holiday wellness changes and entering 2025 with just power, right? So I see a couple coming in right now. One takeaway is somebody said that self-care is not selfish. Absolutely. We are taught that it is, and it absolutely is not. So we want to make sure that we're prioritizing ourselves so that we can prioritize others. So, yes, let's stay connected, you all. Here is our email information as well, our Instagram, LinkedIn, and all of that. And I will put our calendar link in the chat as well for you to be able to set up a private Zoom meeting with us. Also, to learn more about our ultimate lifestyle membership, as well. So definitely stay connected with you all. Happy holidays. Thank you so much for spending some time with us this evening. The goal was never for these to be super long, but really just to be able to share some actionable strategies to allow us to be able to improve our lives now, step by step. Step by step, we can make some powerful changes individually, and we can make even more powerful changes together. So thank you so much for being here on this Wellness Wednesday. We appreciate you all. Again, this is Princella Lee, aka Princess, live from Mexico here this evening, and just super excited to be able to share these minutes with you all. Happy holidays again, and definitely look forward to you all taking action with us today. Have an amazing evening, you all.